Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to an English Haunting. And in the last episode, guys, we were able to get the ectoplasm, but at the cost of a possession and a neck snapping. Now, we were getting all the stuff together for the Box of Revelations. We still couldn't find the archaeology professor. However, we got an unexpected visitor by Arthur Conan Doyle, who apparently wants to help out with the Box of Revelations. So that led us here to Scotland with our friend Oskar Koenig, and we're trying to find his professor so we can find our professor. And yeah, just a lot of hoops to jump through. But we were here at the mountain path. Let's head to the Cromlech, which is probably not how that's pronounced. Oh, curses. What's the matter? This is not the Cromlech where the Scarlet Stone is supposed to be buried. Are you sure about that? Well, Demo's writings were precise. Each stone should bear a spiral rune, the protective symbol of the Order of the Eternal Wind. What was the Order of the Eternal Wind? The Scarlet Stone survived the cataclysm that ended its creators. It passed through various hands until it reached a druid sect who called themselves that. They possess great knowledge of past eras. Many of their rituals came from lost civilizations. When they obtained the Scarlet Stone, they studied it and understood its power. They agreed to hide it to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. The trail of the artifact we seek ends there, with the Order of the Eternal Wind. Could others have attained the Scarlet Stone after this sect? No. Why not? Because it's impossible. How can you be so sure? Because we have done our job. There's no record of it being anywhere else. Don't be impertinent with your questions, and believe me when I tell you that I am sure of it. Alright, I apologize. It does seem the professor was here after all. He has excavated the area, there's no doubt about that. But he mustn't have found anything. This is frustrating. Does this mean that the Scarlet Stone is not in Eriswell? It is in Eriswell, verdammt nochmal. Why on earth shouldn't it be? I won't abide your pessimism, Professor. Alright, Oskar, don't get so upset. We've spent years investigating its whereabouts. We couldn't have made any mistakes. Calm down, will you? Do not tell me to calm down. What do we do now? I don't know. Listen to me, Oskar. Try to relax. Your attitude won't help us at all. I apologize for not possessing the famous British phlegm. I just asked you to try to calm down. I'm sorry. Without Professor Bennett, I'm lost. I won't find the artifact without him. And without the artifact, your colleague won't fund our excavation in Peru. Regarding that, I'm sorry I haven't been honest with you, but Professor Ward is missing. What do you mean? There was a minor incident and he decided to go into hiding. I have no idea where he might be. But will he come back? I don't know. I assume there'll be news of him sooner or later, but... Damn it. Why didn't you mention this before we set off? I don't really know. I want that artifact as much as you do, and I decided to join you on this quest. But don't worry. I'm a professor at a very important university. I could pull strings that connect you to patrons willing to fund you if this venture succeeds. That better be true, Professor Moore. Otherwise, I will consider you a hindrance. Ooh, okay, well this is escalated. There's a hole. And another hole. And another hole. You mentioned that each menhir should bear a spiral rune carved into it. Yes? Could it be that the elements eroded those runes until they vanished? No. Throughout Europe, remnants of the settlements of the Order of the Eternal Wind can be found. Such stone-carved runes have been discovered in Spain, France, and in my homeland. Several of them much older than this cromlech. So in response to your query, no, it is impossible for the elements to have completely erased those runes. All of them, though? Okay. Anything else to check other than the holes? Let's check the holes. There's nothing here. I understand the frustration of my colleague upon finding nothing here. Maybe we could dig deeper. Perhaps... Didn't you hear what I said before? This is not the cromlech we are looking for. Something has changed in him almost immediately, and I'm wondering if this place is affecting him or his frustration is showing his true colors. Wait, I see something sticking out of the ground. Monocle? What have you found? A mirror. Could it be an object out of its time? Don't joke around. It belongs to Professor Bennett. Why would an archaeologist need a mirror? It reflects sunlight to shine directly into the hole being excavated. An additional light source alongside the lamps and lanterns. Alright. Well, I think that is everything here. Oh wow, I only have the mirror. Well, let's go ahead. Oh, Oscar's going to follow us. What a delightful ray of sunshine. Let's go talk to Willem Dafoe. Oh my god, it is. What the devil? Get out of here! From the lighthouse? From Eriswell. Look out, table. Oh, there's a doggy. Hello, doggo. You know what we need? Some rope. Well, let's have a chat. Excuse me? What? Why should we leave Eriswell? This place is nae for you. Damn it, I shouldn't even be here myself. And why don't you leave this place? His coast, sorry, his coasts are treacherous. They've claimed the lives of hundreds of sailors. That was afore they built the lighthouse. And someone has to take care of it. Although you won't see me venturing into those moors, no sir. Eriswell is full of dangers, did you know? What kind of dangers are in Eriswell? The cliffs. You have to be careful if you don't want to, if you don't want to plunge off of them. You'd be surprised at the human remains that can be found among the rocks. And the wind. Seems harmless, right? But this wind is relentless. It could drive even the sanest person mad. And I won't mention those damn mushrooms from hell. And above all... Yes? Nah. Forget it and get out of her as well. Mushrooms! Those purple things sticking out of the ground. You have to be careful not to step on them. And they're everywhere. Okay. What are you doing with those stones? I crush them to turn them into gravel. And what do you do with it? I spread it along the path to the door of my home. That stranger probably caught their attention. I want to be alert in case they approach me while I sleep. If they step on the gravel, I'll hear them coming. They? Who are they? Those who play the trumpets. I heard them once. It's been centuries since anyone heard them. What trumpets? The ones of the apocalypse. Professor Moore, come here. This man is delusional. He's not the first lookout to lose his mind in the solitude among natural elements. Well, I like talking to him, though. Sorry to disturb you. You're still hanging around here. Can you tell me about them? I think I've said enough. Get out of here. You're not aware of the danger you're in. Can you tell me about the stranger you've seen around here? Could he be an archaeologist? We're looking for him. He was a fellow carrying strange instruments. I suppose he was an archaeologist by the way he was dressed. Did you talk to him? Nah, he did not come around here, and I didn't go near him either. He used to sleep in one of the caves on the northern cliff. He lit a fire in it at night. But that catches the eye. Maybe that's why the trumpet sounded for the first time in years. Where is that cave? To the north, there are cliffs. The cave is on a ledge. Ooh. Can we enter the lighthouse? From above, we would have a full view of the terrain. You're nae authorized to enter the lighthouse. Only I am. But we could... I said only I'm authorized to enter the lighthouse. Is that clear? What is the dog's name? Dog? You mean that scrawny rat? It doesn't have a name. How do you call it then? The whistle. Looks like a quiet dog. Too quiet. It's as if it came out of a taxidermist warehouse. And on top of that, it's a coward. Gets scared of its own reflection in the water. And when that happens, you have to calm it down so it doesn't have a heart attack. Some companion. Really now? Thank you for your time. You should listen to me. Get out of Eriswell. It's brimming with gravel. Table? There are small piles of stones on the table. We don't need a rope, Mr. Moore. Not that we know of yet. Well, we'll know where to find one if we need it. I don't understand your habit of keeping every object you come across. Alright. Hello, doggo. Aw. Little yappy bark. Well... Do you want to see yourself in the mirror, doggy? Oh. That's a big mirror. I didn't expect it to be that big. What the hell's wrong with you? You don't want to calm down, Dune? Or come to calm down? Oh, now we get the rope. No! Okay. We need to do something to the table, right? Alright, wait. Can we just... Not now. He's busy trying to calm his dog. Yeah, I don't think we have what we need here yet. Alright, well, we'll... Have you calmed down? That's the way I like it. So we used a mirror. Gotta do something too. Oh wait, we got the cave. Ooh. Wait here. Professor! Professor Bennett! Professor! Damn it. Nothing? He's not here. The lookout said the professor spent several nights in this cave. Are there any signs of his belongings? I don't know. It's very dark and I couldn't see anything. I should go in as well. Go ahead if you wish. But as I mentioned, you won't see anything. Well, first off, we've got the cliff. We've got the lighthouse there. I can see the lighthouse to the south. I hope Professor Bennett didn't have an accident on the cliff. I beg your pardon? No, nothing. Be cautious with that mushroom. It's an Amanita involtus. If it crushed, it will release spores that could render you unconscious for quite a while. I'll be careful. Ah, okay. So that's what we gotta do. Inside the cave. Okay. That's not gonna work. So let's head back. I'm betting that we can probably... Let's go with the doggy. And then he's gonna do his thing. Ugh, what have you seen? Mushroom on the table? Oh, we're gonna put it in the... Oh, hallelujah. Try to relax, will ya? That cursed mutt. What that? Are you alright? Not really. Just a bit. I think I need to sit down. Is he out cold? I'm not very proud of what I've done. Although he's just sleeping. I'll borrow the mallet. Anything to say about that, Oskar? He still won't let us get the rope. Alright, sorry, pupper. I'm gonna go in here. Thank you. This must be his wife. Or his daughter. I recognize the coast of Eriswell in this old photograph. There's a diary on the table. It doesn't reveal more than we've already gleaned from the lighthouse keeper. Although there are several notes regarding them. However, it doesn't specify who they are. Watch it be that order that Doyle's part of. That'd be a twist. Wooden box. Empty. Wait, what is that? Oh, there's a hatch. Control panel, table, window. A spectacular view of the North Sea stretching to the coast of Denmark. It seems this lever controls the direction of the lighthouse's beam. Several bottles, kitchen utensils, and a couple of maritime novels by Joseph Conrad. Can we go up before we start moving the light around? Oh, maybe not. There's a trap door with a padlock preventing access to the upper floor. Alright. So, a list of precautions when using the panel. It basically says that you should gently pull the lever without forcing it. Move letter... where... What direction... What direction do we need to look at? I guess let's start north and work our way through. Oh wait, the cave was north on the map, wasn't it? I want to do it step by step and not break anything. Okay, let's see how that works. You just stay sleepy, my friend. Oh, there we go. That shed some light on the situation? Oh, no it didn't. Wall. I managed to fix the lighthouse beam, but the beam of light fails to reach the cave interior. Oh, do we have to pull a mummy? Oskar? Yes? Stand against that wall. This one? Yes. Is this okay? What are your intentions? Hold this mirror. Ah, I see what you have in mind. Erase it slightly and aim it toward the interior of the cave. Thank you. The lookout was right. There are remnants of a fire here. What else do you see? A bag. Alright, check it. It might contain his diary. That'll help us track his movements. Ooh. Did you find it? There was only a telescope. Nothing else? No, just that. Can I lower the mirror? My arms are starting to get tired. Of course, there's nothing more to see here. At least there's not a... How strange. It's as if the earth swallowed him up. Where are you, Professor Bennett? I'm running out of ideas, Professor Moore. I am not. Now that we have a telescope, let's see if we can figure out what that is. Everything seems pretty cut and dry. Ooh. What do you see? A camp with a single tent. Could it be Professor Bennett's? Let me see. No, it is not his tent. Though I can affirm this is the typical camp of an archaeologist. Shall we investigate that camp? This is not an archaeological site. At least not for conventional archaeologists. I'm intrigued by others excavating here. Do you think they're also after the Scarlet Stone? We were cautious not to reveal the specific location of our article. We were very careful about that. Let's go speak with those folks. They may have had contact with the professor recently. He might even be there with them. That would be very good news. Are you ready for a hike, Professor Moore? Let's go. Alright. To the camp. Oh, so that's why it was blinking. Okay. Looters. Excuse me? Parasites who feed off the work of others. They probably follow Professor Bennett's movements and stole the Scarlet Stone. Well, if that's the case, where's the professor? Where are they? They might be getting rid of him right now. I beg your pardon, but aren't you being a bit paranoid? You don't know this profession. These looters are ruthless. They may simply be archaeologists. Just like you. Look at this box. It has a huge lock. What archaeologist so jealously guards a simple box? I bet the Scarlet Stone is inside. Or his work tools. We must be alert. These people are dangerous. Okay. It's still smoldering. They can't be far. A couple of books on Scottish sites. There's also an old lamp that would have been useful to light up the cave. I only see a sleeping bag. There's just the one. If I were you, I wouldn't trust it. They usually don't work alone. This is the source of the glints I saw from afar. Okay. woods, the tent. Well, if that's got a big old lock, I got a big old mallet. Yeah, that's it. Break the lock. Hey. What are you doing? What does the box contain? Excavation material? He's lying. If that's the case, why keep it under lock and key? So people like you won't steal it from me. Who are you? No. Who are you? My name is John Price. Please excuse my companion. He can be a bit impulsive. Just a bit. My name is Patrick Moore, and this gentleman is Oskar Koenig. We're looking for Professor Silas Bennett. Oskar Koenig? You're Professor Bennett's assistant. Do you know him? Do you know where he is? It smells fishy, Mr. Moore. What have you done with him, Price? Me? Nothing. We collaborated in the search for the Scarlet Stone. Collaborated? Mr. Moore, don't believe a word this man says. The professor would not collaborate with a looter. Not a looter? Please calm down, Mr. Koenig. I met your mentor here in Eriswell. His search for the artifact was fruitless. He wasn't digging in the right place. I have precise data on where the Scarlet Stone might be, and he agreed to share the discovery with me. That's all. How do you know the Scarlet Stone is in Eriswell? Well, no matter how hard you tried to conceal it in the article, the references were very obvious. The professor admitted that an expert reading that article could have located the place with no problem. As it was in my case. Where is the professor? Your friend believed the artifact was buried in the cromlech on the coast. That's because he hadn't read Merle's and her chronicles. The text does not mention Eriswell, but rather the hidden cromlech of the Black Forest. When I finally read your article, I could pinpoint the exact location. That's why I'm here. Is the professor in that cromlech? He set off yesterday to locate it. I told him to wait, but he wouldn't listen. Come with me. You see that mountain? On its slope lies what Merlis calls the Black Forest. When the Order of the Eternal Wind was persecuted by the Presbyterian Church, they decided to hide in that place. They erased all traces of themselves, hence the coastal cromlech doesn't show their characteristic runes. According to the chronicles, they erected a new cromlech to hide the artifact and dedicate their lives to its protection. The professor and I decided to locate that cromlech, but the Black Forest is a labyrinth place, and these days there's a lot of fog there. I told him to wait a few days until it cleared, but he ignored me. Did he go there alone? Yes, yesterday. He hasn't returned since. I fear something may have happened to him. And you haven't gone to look for him? That's my intention. But as I mentioned, the fog condensation in that place is high. I'd practically be going blind just like Professor Bennett is. I think we should go look for him. What do you think, Oskar? Haven't you been listening? Unless the fog clears, your search will be in vain. Why not wait until tomorrow? The fog is slowly dissipating. Perhaps after tonight, the weather will be more suitable to search for the professor. We cannot wait that long. He's been lost there for a day, probably disoriented and showing signs of hypothermia. I don't know what else to say to dissuade you from venturing into the forest. Do as you wish. I'll stay here. May have to rescue you tomorrow, and be very careful. Yesterday afternoon, I heard... I don't know how to explain this. You'll think I'm crazy. What did you hear? Happened a few hours after the professor ventured into the forest. I could say it was a sound produced by the elements. You know, the wind. But no. My workplace is nature. There's no sound in it that resembles what I heard. And until you appeared, there was no human in Eriswell apart from that grumpy lookout. Forget it. Maybe my concern for Professor Bennett played tricks on my mind. I don't think this man is in his right mind. Or maybe it's difficult for him to describe what he heard without us thinking he's crazy, as you're doing. Do you trust this man? He hasn't given us any reason not to. He's been cooperative, his account is solid, and he seemed concerned about our friend the Professor. Don't be so naive, Mr. Moore. Are you sure you don't want to come with us to the Black Forest? It would be reckless of me. And of you. Take care, will you? We will do so. I just saw a shooting star. Okay. Well, looks like we are going to be heading into a labyrinth, which is the standard for point-and-click adventure games. Be interesting to see how this game tackles that. But we will do that in the next episode, guys. I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. I will see you next time. Later days, everyone.